Good afternoon po sa inyong lahat. Reflecting on our readings today, Monday of the 33rd week in Ordinary Time, particularly the Gospel, I remember a story of a certain boy about this man who is also blind that asking for money outside a store. So nakita siya nung bata, itong beggar na ito, and when the little boy, saw this beggar, he approached his father and came across him and said to his father, "Daddy, I pity that beggar. Can you give me some coins?" So the father gave him 2 1 peso coins. So the little boy immediately ran towards the beggar and dropped the coins in the can. Then the beggar said, "Thank you, little boy, but I was expecting a 5 peso coins." My dear brothers and sisters, unlike this beggar, the blind man in today's gospel begged not for money, but for something else. He was so fortunate. He was on the roadside when Jesus passed by. Not knowing what was going on, he asked them, and when he heard that the name of Jesus, he shouted, not for money, but for healing and mercy. He was so desperate to see the world that through his persistent shouting, he was able to catch the attention of Jesus. My dear brothers and sisters, like the blind man, many are also desperate and persistent, but in 2 different states. First, many are desperate to get promoted, to get the position they want, to have lots of money, to be affirmed, praised, and recognized, that they do everything they can, good and bad, just to alleviate their desperation. Second, just like in the gospel, many are desperate and persistent to experience the healing, mercy, and love of God. The eyes of faith makes these people strive to free themselves of the strain of suffering. Indeed, Jesus works wonders for those people who surrender their lives to God, who in the simplest way trust and love others, do good deeds, and are persistent in prayer. we can ask ourselves, in which of the two states I belong? In which of these two states where I am desperate and persistent? Let us emulate from the blind man in today's gospel. Let us continuously do our best and persistently come to the Lord and receive His healing mercy and love, so that in turn we could be instruments of His healing mercy and love to others.